Hey everyone, here is the Poseidon by Aquatico, not to be confused with Aquadive whatsoever, and it's a diver rated to 300 meters and very much in the style of a Seiko Marine Master 300. Now, since this is my first time reviewing a watch from this brand, I want to address a few things. I believe Aquatico to be a factory or mushroom brand, and those who are fans of Borealis watches probably know about the dust up they had a few years ago. If you're not familiar, a quick Google will give you all you need to know. But basically, they ended up using the same watch as the Borealis Bull Shark for themselves under the Aquatico brand, of course, and that turned a lot of people off. Now, this has happened with other micro brands as well and probably will continue to happen, so think of that what you will. Also, as this question will sometimes come up, why am I reviewing it then? Well, because people are bound to buy them, and no matter what, I review watches for what they are. You make the decision on what to buy. Aquatico is out of Hong Kong, and currently they are running a sale on their site for Father's Day. That gets you 30% off, taking this $359 watch down to about $250. One other thing, this watch used to be available on an H-Link style bracelet, and I saw a few reviews out there about it, and the bracelet was one of the biggest issues with the watch. So I'm guessing this is why it is now only available on this Tropic rubber strap. So all specs will be here on the screen, but yes, it is basically an MM300 homage. You get a ceramic bezel insert, a sapphire crystal, screw down crown, and a Seiko NH35 movement, which you can see through the exhibition caseback. Drilled lugs are present, and one of the first things I noticed about this watch was that the spring bars are not wide enough for the lug holes. You can hear it here. Take a listen. So you're probably going to want to change the spring bars ASAP, unless of course this is just my example, which is always a possibility. The other thing I noticed, even with just a cursory look, is this is just not an overall well-finished watch. Now, it's $359, even cheaper with a discount, which they seem to run pretty much all the time, but you can see on the case back, right above where the strap goes into the lugs, some bad finishing, or lack of finishing in this case. And when it arrived, there were some weird discolorations and watermarks that I had to clean off. The dial has some dust, which I have found to be pretty normal with many factory brands from this price point, and the bezel brushing on that ceramic bezel insert just isn't that good either. There are two versions of this watch, a blue or black model. Both come with old radium lume, and this is a sandwich dial. Overall, the dial is okay. It's not cluttered with text, has no date, and yes, does have the phantom date wheel. And again, when you get up close and take a good look under a good lens, you can see some of the shoddy work on the hands and indices. Bezel action is surprisingly good though, nice and firm, easy to grasp, and no play whatsoever. Honestly, I figured the bezel action would be pretty poor, but I was wrong. Crown is pretty much the same, no issues I found, and easy to set the time with the big crown. The case tries to mimic the polishing and brushing of a real MM300, and from a distance, it does a decent job, but again, you get up close and you start to notice the imperfections. Again, you need to keep in mind the price point that this is selling for. On the wrist, it is well balanced, and the Tropic rubber strap isn't half bad at all, and it fits well on my 7.5-inch wrist. The fake monoblock style caseback is very comfortable to wear, and overall, I have no issues except when I move my wrist a little, and then you can hear those spring bars. The lume is pretty good as well, has a strong initial output, but seems to fade quicker than I would have hoped, but not too bad at all. You will notice that the bezel insert has a different coloration to the lume than the hands and dial. It is very noticeable. I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera, but you can see my pictures at watchreport.com. It does have a noticeable difference in the hue of the lume color. As always, the point of these watch reviews is to give you a good look at the watch and give you my opinions. I haven't had a San Martin or Sharky or all the other factory type brands in for a review. Not sure if I will at any point, but I would believe Aquatico is similar to them. For the discount price of $250, this probably isn't a bad buy, but then again, you could look at certain Seiko or Citizen watches at that price range and possibly get a better watch. Again, know what you are buying with watches such as these. That's all for this one. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please be sure to let me know down in the comments what you think of the Aquatico Poseidon. Like, share, hit subscribe, and hit notifications. A link to the written review will be down in the description as well. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.